and Shalom. We'd like to give all praises and all honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elects. Shalom. Welcome to today's lesson. I am your Hebrew Israelite brother, Mashaba, here in the city of Detroit. Welcome. Today's lesson is concerning buying yourself a sword. Sell your cloak if you have to, but buy yourself a sword. This is part 2 of the first video. It was cut short, and so, but this is part 2. One moment, please. Salakia about that. Yeah. Now, what was it say? We were down here where put up again thy sword. Okay, no, I was trying to go over to. The dictionary right here, because what I wanted to do was get into a certain word. Now, this word take. Now, again, we're talking about how you use the sword. You're not wrong for having a sword. Don't let nobody have you thinking, if you have a sword, then that automatically means that you're trying to go against Esau. No, it don't. It don't mean that you're trying to go against Esau, because Yahweh told the disciples to buy themselves a sword, not to go against Esau. They didn't go against the Roman guards. They didn't go against the Pharisees and the political religious leaders. No, Simon Peter only popped Malchus. That's the only one he popped, Malchus. Malchus represented the 2/3. That's what Malchus was, the 2/3, you see. And so Malchus was the only one that got popped. He's a 2/3. So during the time of Jacob's trouble, the 2/3, they're going to come, Malchus is going to come with the martial law troops. They're going to come through. Malchus is going to be trying to kick in your door because he see the martial law troops kicking in your door. You see? Now this word take, this is the blue letter, the word take. Most of the very numerous examples of this word are still in good use, and only a few call for special attention. To take in the sense of capture is still common, but when a person or living animal is in point, modern English usually adds prisoner or captive. English version of the Bible not infrequently has this addition. Then it goes off into other stuff. I just wanted to get into that word take, exactly concerning the word take. But commonly take is used without it. Okay. I just want to get into that word take for a second to see exactly what they were trying to say, what the word take was meaning in the text. Because those who take the sword, okay, as an advice, those who take the sword, are we talking about how we use the sword? Because many of the brothers, when they came into this truth, like myself, we didn't get rid of our swords. We didn't, oh, I'm in the truth now, let me get rid of all my swords. No. Remember, that's a Christian mindset. That is a Christian mindset. Oh, you're not supposed to have a gun. You're supposed to rely only on Jesus. Well, that's a Christian mindset. We're Hebrew Israelites. Yahweh, the chief cornerstone. We are lively stones. Yahweh, the chief cornerstone. He gave us, during the time when he was numbered amongst the transgressors. When he was numbered amongst the transgressors, Luke chapter 22, verse 36 through 38, that was the moment when he was numbered amongst the transgressors, when he had became the chief transgressor. And because if you put Yahweh in anything, he's going to be the chief. He's not going to be the underling. He's going to be the chief. And as the chief transgressor, what was the order that the chief transgressor gave? He said, buy yourself a sword. Sell your cloak if you have to, but buy yourself a sword. Why? Because there comes a time under the sun for everything. Ecclesiastes chapter 3. They were going into the hour of darkness, okay? And things were going to be bad for the disciples. The things that had to take place for Yahushua was going to take place. He was going to be taken up and persecuted and crucified, okay? But the disciples, they were going to be out there in the wilderness to go through what they were going to go through. So he told them to buy themselves a sword. So that way they will be able to do what? Protect themselves. Protect themselves. Yes, the angels are going to look after them, but still, when we go into this Jacob's troubles, as we go into the collapse of America, you're going to need the spiritual sword, and you also are going to have a physical sword. You're not just going to have a spiritual sword only. You also going to. Otherwise, why would Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, have the guys in the GMS camp to have dreams of themselves in Jacob's troubles, them having rifles and pistols? Rifles and pistols. You understand? There's too many brothers in GMS that have had these dreams, but they don't want to say anything. How come? Because they're under the hush order of what? Oh, no, you can't say nothing about a gun. If you do, then you looked upon as a bug out. Automatically, you looked upon as a bug out. So you cannot not challenge and say, well, hold on. Let's take a look at this buy yourself a sword thing. Because it's not wrong to have a sword. You're not wrong in having a sword. Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 6 through 23, I do believe it is. The builders, they carried swords as they worked. Okay, they carried swords as they worked. They did a different type of building. We are building a temple. We're building the temple of the Lord. Okay, and which is not made of brick and mortar and different things. The sword that we're carrying is the word. That's the sword that we're carrying. We're carrying the word. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12, the word is the double-edged sword. But the reason why Yahushua said, buy yourself a sword, first thing first, buy yourself a sword. For sure he was not talking about by the word, for the word is a double-edged sword. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. So he wasn't talking about buy yourself a sword. The word. You cannot buy the word. So he was not talking about that type of a sword. So what type of sword was Yahushua talking about if he was not talking about a physical sword? And it was not allegorical. Figuratively speaking. So why would Yahushua allegorically or figuratively speaking say buy yourself a sword out of the clear blue? The disciple didn't ask him. He cut off into them. And if you look on Google, and if you look it up on Google, they have what they say that the disciples, they misunderstood Jesus, and so they went and they produced swords. Hold on, how can you misunderstand buy yourself a sword? First, in verse 36, he said, when I first sent you out, did you have to have your scribe and all these different things? No, master. Okay, but now I say unto you, buy yourself a sword. Now, why is it that he say, now I say unto you? Because they were going into the hour of darkness. They were going into Jacob's troubles. They were going to need to have not only the spiritual sword, but the physical sword, because guess who's going to be popped? Jacob, because it's called Jacob's troubles. Jacob is in trouble. That's the one you pop. The damn 2/3. That's who Peter popped. So, am I going off? Am I bugging out? Am I going off? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because if Yahushua told you to buy yourself a sword, and men are telling you not to buy yourself a sword, that's only for Esau only, then who are you going to listen to? Your teacher? Or are you going to listen to Yahushua? Because Yahushua made it clear in his word, the time will come when we shall become wiser than our teachers. So who are you going to listen to? Your teachers or Yahushua? Yahushua said, buy yourself a sword. So, he or she who has an ear, let them hear. Yahushua said, buy yourself a sword. Man says, don't buy yourself a sword. You're only going up against Esau. If you buy yourself a sword, that only means you're going against Esau only. Then that means that you're a bug out, and you're not going to be saved, and you're not going up into the chariot. You're going to be destroyed if you have a sword. You're going to be killed. You're going to be destroyed. Really? Yahushua said, buy yourself a sword. Sell your cloak if you have to, but buy yourself a sword. So you make your mind up. That's all this video is about. Right? No, actually, this video wasn't even about this, right? It wasn't even about this. So, anyway, look, there's a whole lot more on this buy yourself a sword thing. So it's not going to stop by one little video, and it's not going to stop by your little opinion. You put your little opinion in the comment board or not, it don't even matter. What matters is, if you understand, if you got an ear, and you heard what Yahushua said, then you buy yourself a sword. Otherwise, if you want to go on the precepts of man, and the precept of man is, if you buy a sword, then you're automatically going against Esau. And who did Peter pop? Did he pop the Roman guards? Did he pop the Pharisees? Did he pop the political or religious leaders? No. He only popped Malchus, the 2/3. That's all I'm saying. Take a look at it. Just take a look at it. So we're going to go ahead and close the video out. And whether you like it or not, hopefully you were edified. We didn't get. There's a whole bunch of scripture to get off into this, okay? You know, you know. And so, but we're gonna end the video off there. We're gonna end the video off there, and we're gonna make some more videos concerning buy yourself a sword, because it's a touchy subject. Because a lot of you brothers and sisters that's in the truth, and especially from GMS. I don't heard brothers from GMS have been talking to me, telling me, hey, man, they ain't with that. It's a number of brothers in GMS that just simply is not with that you cannot have a sword thing. Because how is it that you're wrong for having a sword when Yahushua said, buy yourself a sword? That's why this is such a touchy subject. It's so touchy. It is so touchy. So are you wrong? Are you bugging out if you have a sword? Are you? Are you? Or are you doing what Yahushua said? Which one? Who can save your soul, Yahushua or man? Who put their spirit in the book, Yahushua or man? Whose book is we reading right now, Yahushua's or man's? So you make your decision. Which one that you going to do? Because it's clear to me. Yahushua said, buy yourself a sword. Sell your cloak if you have to, but buy yourself a sword. And why did he say sell your cloak if you have to? Man, your cloak is your resources. Your cloak is your shelter. Your cloak is your everything. So so why did he say sell your cloak if you have to, but buy yourself a sword? He said it because if you don't have a sword, but you got a cloak, then your cloak is not yours. You only have what you have as long as you can defend it. If you don't have a sword to defend what you have, then guess what? What you have does not belong to you. It belongs to whomever else that can walk up that's got a sword and that can overpower you. And for you women, this means your body. Your body is only yours if you can defend it. If you do not have a sword to defend your body, then guess what? Your body belongs to the next fool that steps up, that's got a sword, and that takes control over you, and that tells you how to operate your body. Isn't that your body the temple of the Lord? Buy yourself a sword. Sell your cloak if you have to, but buy yourself a sword. So we're going to go ahead and close the video out right there. I'd like to give up. And I also like to take the time to remind you to press the like button. Go ahead and press the like button. That helps out for the algorithms of this YouTube channel. And go ahead, if you will, please press the subscription button. If you haven't already, go ahead and press the subscription button. And press the notification bell. This allows you to be notified each time that I release a new video for your spiritual edification. As good shepherds of the Lord, as always, our job is to feed the sheep. We must always provide good grazing pastures for the sheep to graze. Okay? So we'd like to give all praises and all honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone and taught us truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Buy yourself a sword. Sell your cloak if you have to, but buy yourself a sword.